I want you to find now the part of your body that's the most relaxed.
In 1975, 780 students graduated from a Maryland high school, full of the hopes and dreams we all have as teenagers. 25 years later, the pupils of High Point High's class of 75 are celebrating with a special quarter-century reunion. With the help of some special classmates from High Point High who allowed us into their lives, we'll see how they, like so many of us, try to cope with stress. For 1 year, we're following these classmates' progress through a series of programs and through our website. So with the help of doctors, counselors, and health experts, the class of 75's journey toward better health continues. More than half of the class of 75 at the reunion have professional careers and enjoy a comfortable standard of living. But does life really get any easier at 40 plus? One of the biggest problems is stress, affecting the health of 43% of all adults and the cause of 275 million lost working days each year.
When the stress response really worked for us was during prehistoric time. When saber-toothed tigers would chase us, we would need this stress response to get the energy necessary to run away or fight. In modern day, we don't have those kinds of dangers any longer. So you'll get the same stress response that the prehistoric man got when a saber-toothed tiger chased him, as you will, in traffic or when a boss calls you into his office.
For Debbie Mangini, her work as an assistant accounts controller is her main source of stress. Last year, her stress often made her sick before leaving for the office.
I don't like to be late because I do have an example to set for people. I am fairly strict about people getting to work on time, and I certainly can't be late.
Reaching work on time is just part of Debbie's stress.
Besides the 7 people that report to me, I feel responsible for my boss, and I had gotten to the point where every time my boss would complain or say something, I would jump up and say, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? And I have to quit doing that.
Stress consultant Robert Friedman had some practical advice for Debbie.
There are a number of ways of dealing with job stress. First one is, if it's possible, to delegate. A lot of people take on work and they do it all themselves and they think they need to do everything, but they don't. They can delegate. Letting the phone ring twice, not answering it on the first ring. Using the first ring as an opportunity to take a deep breath in, to practice a relaxation technique.
Debbie's taken advice from the class of 75 stress expert and is taking time for herself. Our stress expert says the improvement is probably due to awareness.
It's vital to deal with the stress. Stress is a cumulative disease. So the more stress we have, the worse our symptoms become. The more we make believe the stress isn't there, try to deny it, push it away, the worse our symptoms become, and it's essentially our body talking to us and sometimes yelling at us to take care of this issue.
Family is also a source of stress for another classmate. Lana Boone, a mother of 3, has been looking after her live-in disabled mother since a stroke 15 years ago.
I walk in the door and there's something she wants me to do, and I haven't even had a chance to put my purse down. And I haven't had a chance to go to the bathroom or anything. And it's like, Mom, give me 5 minutes. And that's the kind of stuff where I just go, ah!
When we're caring for a parent, there's lots of issues that are connected to it. There's issues of we all want our parents' approval, and yet that's going to be linked with feeling like they're draining us completely of all of our time and energy. So I would encourage playtime. I would encourage nurturing time, and ways that she can take care of herself.
Lana has taken up Robert's suggestions. Every Wednesday night, she and husband Stan escape to the cheerful camaraderie of a bowling league.
Oh, yeah, Lee. It's your turn. Sorry. It's a nice night out for me. I can get away and sort of put things out of my mind and concentrate on bowling.
Most people go to the golf course to relax, but that's not the case for High Point High's most successful classmate, professional golfer Fred Funk. He earned $1.6 million prize money last year, but a slump in his game has sliced his income in more than half of that this year, and the pressure's on to make the money.
All this is about stress, then. Boy, you sure picked the right guy. To get paid, I got to shoot a certain number. I got to beat the golf course. I got to beat the guys out here. When you're playing well, you handle the stress a lot better because you're confident in your ability. You're confident in what you're doing. You're shooting numbers. You're enjoying playing the game. When you're not playing well, it's a little different.
What happens when a person's very stressed, like Fred, is he'll think only about the results. He's thinking to himself, I can't do this because I haven't done it in the last week, in the last 3 weeks, and it's been a month already. So what I would say is, yeah, but Fred, well, what about before that month? What was it like? He said, well, let's see. I was doing okay then. And what about 6 months ago? Well, 6 months ago, I was really kind of shooting well, actually, and I was hitting the ball well. My goal is to find the part of him that remembers the truth, the true Fred, the one that knows that he can do it.
That's exactly what Fred tries to do, visualize his past success. Suddenly, he was able to make a breakthrough with his swing.
He was so upset. I said,
But the real change happened in Fred's head.
You know, when I have that jovial attitude and friendly, outgoing, I'm joking around, and that's when I play well. When I really put too much emphasis on the pressure of the real pressure that's there, I don't play as well, or I get too mad at myself too quick.
Finally, Fred turned around his long losing streak in the last 2 tournaments of the PGA year. He finished those 4th and 6th and saved his season.